animation isn't going to work. I need to move those candles. So I can open this bag. So, today I bought some CDs. Now, there may be some of you watching that aren't sure what CDs are. Seeing how most people these days don't own physical copies of any kind of media. But although I'm guilty of having all of my music typically as digital downloads, as I'm typically a hermit, I never really get the opportunity to buy physical copies of anything. But one of my plans for the new year is to make an effort to get out more. So, CD number 1. Let me adjust this. CD number 1 is White Pony by the Deftones. I used to have more of the Deftones albums when I was younger, but at the moment I only own Adrenaline and Around the Fur. So I thought it was time to change that. So I've got White Pony that includes, this is probably quite bright, the tracks I don't even know how to pronounce the first one. Fatisera, I'm not sure. Digital Path, Elite, RX Queen, Street Cop, Teenager, Knife Party, Korea, Passenger, Change in the House of Flies, and Pink Maggot. It's also got this CD was only £4, and I saw the label with the, I'm guessing they're the popular single releases that were Hole in the Earth and Cherry Waves. Now, I used to play a rock band with a friend online some time ago, and the first time that I heard A Hole in the Sun, that'll do it, sorry, A Hole in the Earth and Cherry Waves was on Rock Band, but I actually really enjoyed both of those tracks. So when I saw that this album had both of those tracks on, I knew I had to get it. I don't know about the other tracks on this album. Rapture, Beware, Main, UUDDLR, RAB, Select Start, OK, up, up, down, down, left, right, AB, Select Start, Xerxes, Rats, 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 Pink Cell Phone, Combat, Kim Dracula, Riviere. I don't know if those tracks will be as good as the two I already know, but I don't mind taking the risk for £4. Today has very much been about kind of revisiting music that I previously already owned. That's the thing with CD shops, or music stores, sorry, is that they don't tend to stock the music that I like currently, but I find them, and this was HMV, and I find HMV especially good for stocking sale-priced best-ofs or remaster albums or old albums from my young teenage days and childhood. So they're always good for those kind of deals for my kind of more current taste in music. iTunes usually has it. Most artists release their music on iTunes now. This is a remastered version of Screaming for Vengeance by Judas Priest. It has all my favorite Judas Priest songs on: The Hellion Electric Eyed, Take These Chains, Screaming for Vengeance, You've Got Another Thing Coming, and it's got some other tracks that I like too. Riding on the Wind. So this was relatively cheap, and it's a classic heavy metal album. Not the kind of metal that album cover. Such a cool album cover. It's so iconic. Brilliant. Okay, next up. I'm not really familiar with Jimmy Cliff. I've heard some Jimmy Cliff and I liked it a lot. So this is a double CD greatest hits of, well, you know, it's one of what I'm sure there are many Jimmy Cliff compilation CDs. I was actually originally looking for some more Junior Byles, who I really like, but HMV didn't have any Junior Byles in stock. They didn't even have one of those little nameplates out. In fact, their reggae section was really small. It was basically all Jimmy Cliff and Bob Marley. And I like my reggae a bit older than Bob Marley, to be honest. I like Bob Marley, it's cool, but the stuff that really gets me going is the really old stuff that was on those kind of black label vinyl compilation presses that they used to release. So this is Harder Road to Travel, Disc 1, King of Kings, and Disc 2, Wonderful World, Beautiful People. So I'm looking forward to giving that a... I'm wondering if I even recognize any of these songs. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. I'm pretty sure I've heard Jimmy Cliff's version of that. I don't know, I know I've heard quite a few Jimmy Cliff songs and he's got a really sweet sound, but don't know them by the names of the songs. Anyway, that's gonna be cool. Have a proper session with that one. Let's adjust the brightness. It won't let me. Okay, next. I used to listen to, well, my older brother was into Iron Maiden and Metallica when they were big. I was kinda young. I had terrible taste in music. I kinda just used to listen to whatever my mum listened to, which was shit. But my brother had a bunch of Iron Maiden vinyls, and I used to listen to Iron Maiden vinyls when I was a kid. Just because when you're a kid, when I was a kid, I forgot where I was. Yeah, I went through a phase of kind of really looking up to my brother and trying to copy him and that kind of thing, because he's older than me. So I had that phase when I was younger. So I used to wear his old Iron Maiden shirts that he didn't wear anymore, and Metallica shirts, and listen to his vinyls. So I picked up a couple of Iron Maiden CDs remembered they didn't have Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, but I got Fear of the Dark, which has got Be Quick or Be Dead, From Here to Eternity, Afraid to Shoot Strangers, Wasting Love, The Fugitive, Fear of the Dark. They're ones that I actually remember really well. The others, I don't recognize the names, but I know I'll know them when I hear them. Absolutely. They didn't have a greatest hits CD in stock for Iron Maiden, which I would have probably been quite happy with. That's quite an extensive art book by the looks of things. Sorry, I was having a real issue getting this out. Lots of artwork and the lyrics for their songs. Bruce Dickinson was a classically trained singer. So he could really hit those cool notes. It's funny because although they are probably the iconic British heavy metal band, they're well known for leading really clean, well-behaved lifestyles, keeping fit, eating healthy. That's why they've been around for so long and have been able to continue to give great performances even when they're older. They just didn't have that typical, stereotypical metal lifestyle of drink, drugs and girls. But hey, they're all loaded with families and happy, so I guess they win. If you're into that sort of thing. This is Live After Death, and although it's a live album, they're so good live, and this was so good live that it also, like at times it sounds like a studio album. Actually, it's not a live album, it's just got live tracks on it. But it's got a lot of tracks that I recognised and wanted. Iron Maiden, Run to the Hills, Number of the Beast, Flight of Icarus, Aces High, 2 Minutes to Midnight, The Trooper. A lot. It's got a second CD with, I don't know, just more tracks or videos, full-length videos and biographies and stuff, which I could probably get round to watching on a rainy day. And again, another hefty booklet that I'll go through at some point. But yeah, this was another one that my brother had on LP that I used to listen to when I was a kiddie. And last, but certainly not least, I actually kind of got out of the metal section for 5 minutes and went into the pop rock section and picked up Manic Street Preachers, National Treasures, the complete singles. Now, being a Welsh lad, successful Welsh bands, and in the early 90s they were massively successful. I don't remember, but they may have even had a #1 hit. This is obviously a compilation CD of their singles, their most successful tracks, and they were around at a time where I was watching Top of the Pops and I didn't really buy music. I wasn't old enough to be able to buy music, so most of the music that I remember from the Manic Street Preachers are their singles, and I saw so many tracks on the back here that I recognized and loved that I had to buy it. I won't list them all because I'll be here all day, but La Tristeza Giurera is a very, very good one. A Design for Life, and I love it, like you can really hear the lead singer's Welsh accent in this. So if you've got a thing for Welsh accents, give Manic Street Preachers a listen to. A Design for Life. When he sings that chorus, he very much pronounces a design for life, whereas a lot of people say a or but Welsh people kind of say a design for life. Everything Must Go. Kevin Carter is a famous photographer. The song is about the photographer Kevin Carter. Australia. If You Tolerate This, Your Children Will Be Next. That's a really good one as well. Lots of political messages in their music. Gonna look forward to listen to this. I'm sure I'm gonna listen to this a lot. It is their singles, so it's missing a lot of tracks from their album releases, but like I said, I wouldn't be familiar with them, and maybe if I really, really like this, it might lead me to purchase some of their albums later on, but it was cheap, and it's got a shitload of tracks on it, over 36 tracks, 38, so yeah, be looking forward to that. So there is one more thing that I bought myself today while I was out on my way to meet my friend. Some shoes. These are the same shoes that I already have. Just in a different color. These are shoes by Etnies. Whoops. They are Etnies Jameson 2 Eco. They are the ones I currently own. They look alright on camera, but the sole is basically being held on with super glue. I use them for when I'm riding my BMX, so they tend to take a bit of a beating. So I got myself another pair in case recycled material and are vegan friendly. Although I'm not a vegan, I'm a vegetarian, I still kind of try to draw the line where the products that I consume or use, if they are used from animals, that they don't cause the animal loss of life, and hopefully if I buy the right kinds, don't bring that animal suffering either. So, free range, organic, dairy products, and then avoid everything else really. So it's nice that, there's no leather here, and there's no rubber, that the soles are made from recycled tires, which is good because tires really need to be recycled and reused because they're really hard to get rid of, and when they're burned they really damage the environment. So yeah, that was my little shopping haul from today. The Birdman, it's not called the Birdman, it's just called Birdman. Birdman was very, very good. I've always enjoyed Michael Keaton. I think everyone who knows who Michael Keaton is likes him as an actor. It wasn't what I expected at all. I thought it was just a straight out comedy, but it's actually quite dark, but very, very good. Michael Keaton is excellent in it. Emma Stone has some brilliant moments in it. It's a really good film. I really enjoyed it. I'd recommend it to anyone. So, that was my day. I went to the cinema and watched Birdman. Got myself some CDs that kind of reminded me of my teenage days, and some new shoes. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Not one of my best ones, I guess, but just something to tide you over until I make some more effort and do something better in the near future, hopefully. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you all sleep well and are relaxed and calm and comfortable and happy and healthy. And I'll see you all next time.